By the end of this video, you are going to know the tools that will immediately stop your self-sabotage. I have personally used these tools, and it's what has allowed me to stop holding myself back in life, in all aspects of my life. So health, relationships, my business, our income, all of those things have really just taken off by using these tools. So you may or may not know, but our brains are really, really good at protecting us physically, protecting us emotionally. And a lot of times it just protects us even when we don't want it to. Think of how the amygdala in our brain works. It gives us that fight or flight. So sometimes we actually need to do that to really protect us, but sometimes it'll just start that without us even needing it. It's just an imagined threat. So most often our brains perceive change as a threat. And why that's just such a bummer is because change is what is going to give us what we want in life, right? Like if we want to change our relationships or our health or our bank accounts, oftentimes our brains will perceive that as danger. There is a really great book called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And in it, he really explains why this happens and this whole phenomenon that it happened. I didn't even realize that my brain was doing this to me until I read this book. I could go back and see, okay, I saw how my brain was trying to protect me or sabotage things in a certain way. But until he explained it, I didn't really even realize it was happening. So in his book, he said this: each of us has an inner thermostat setting that determines how much love, success, and creativity we allow ourselves to enjoy. When we exceed our inner thermostat setting, we will often do something to sabotage ourselves, causing us to drop back into the old familiar zone where we feel secure, unfortunately. So, has this ever happened to you? Tell me in the comments, have you found yourself self-sabotaging when you are trying to do something that is trying to better your life? Tell me below, I want to hear. So this actually happened to me recently within the last few days. So I have been actually doing really well in my business and with my relationships. Like I've been following certain, just like following some steps and it's working. Like I'm being really successful at it. And one day, so about 3 days ago, I just felt like so good about life. Like my business was working well. Things were going great with my family. Like it just felt really good. And just out of the blue, I just started feeling like a stomach ache and I couldn't pinpoint it to anything I ate. And it wasn't really like nervousness or anxiety. And I just couldn't figure out what was going on. But the stomach ache immediately made me start thinking, oh my gosh, is something physically wrong with me? Like, is my body not functioning right? Or does it mean I have an ulcer? Does it mean I have cancer? Like all of these huge things started going through my mind and it was really taking my joy level totally down. It was, I was self-sabotaging myself. And once I figured it out, I knew I had to use these tools that I'm gonna show you to stop it, to tell my brain, hey, you're okay. These things are good, let them keep working. So let's get into it. Okay, the first tool actually comes from that book, The Big Leap. So he said that when you're starting to recognize that you're self-sabotaging, then you need to say an affirmation. Say it to yourself over and over again. And the affirmation is, I expand in abundance, success, and love every day, and I inspire others to do the same. I can't tell you how many times I have said that in my mind. I've said it out loud. And what it does is it's expanding yourself. It's telling your brain, okay, calm down. You're going to be okay. You need to change. You need to expand in order to grow. And it really does work. Like it starts calming that mind down and really opens things up. Okay, so my second tool that I use when I know that, I'm self-sabotaging myself or that I'm just like holding myself back is I use release statements. And I've actually been using this for a really long time for myself and for my kids for a myriad of things in life. Anxiety, stress, fear, anything that comes up that you don't want to happen, then you can do release statements. And what it's doing is causing your brain to basically like knock it off, to stop causing problems for you. So for example, when I, a few days ago when I started feeling the stomach ache and I was, really trying to stop that, or when I was really doing some self-sabotaging, I just said to myself, I release having a stomach ache. I release fear. I release not letting myself grow. I release, and you just basically say, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just say statements that you want to let go of. I release. And what that does is it tells your brain and tells you that it's okay, let that go, let it be gone, and move into what you want. And then after I do those release statements, I go back in and I fill it in with things that I want and things that I want to be. So after I've said the I release, then I'll say, I am love. I am peace. I feel joy. I trust myself. I trust myself to grow. So, and you can say like many different things, or you can just say one thing over and over again. I feel peaceful. I am peaceful. I am peaceful. And just keep plugging that in. And it really just calms down your senses and helps you be able to focus on what you want. You guys, is this something that you would ever use? I really want to know. Tell me in the comments. I know it probably might seem strange or weird. It's not to me because I've been doing for so long, but I really want to know, like, what do you think? Is this something that you're going to use? Okay, so my last tool is actually one that I usually go to first, but I saved it for the very end. The last tool is oils. Essential oils, of course, right? We're on this channel. But the truth is, oils work and support our bodies not just physically, but emotionally as well. So my go-to oil it's actually oil blend for when I am holding myself back or I feel like I'm self-sabotaging, is called Zendocrine. And Zendocrine is a blend. It comes in, there's capsules that you can actually take internally, but it also comes in a bottle too. I don't have the bottle with me right now. But in Zendocrine, it's a blend of tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro. So each of those oils offer a different emotional benefit that helps you let go and accept what is happening. There's a little book that I have that's all about emotions and what the oils do for your emotions. So let me just read to you what is going on with Zendocrine. Zendocrine was designed to cleanse the organs and systems of the body. So physically, that's what Zendocrine does. Emotionally, this blend assists during times of transition and change. It can assist an individual in detoxing old habits and limiting beliefs. When an individual has felt trapped by self-sabotaging behaviors, Zendocrine paves the way for new life experiences. So, I mean, isn't that exactly what we need? When we start to self-sabotage and we are not allowing ourselves those new experiences, Zendocrine can come in and really support ourselves and release those limiting beliefs for us. So as I mentioned, there's those 5 oils that are in the blend. So you could use any of those 5 oils if you have it on hand. One that I particularly love that's in that blend is Tangerine. It's a citrus oil, and I just always seem to find myself turning to citrus oils for so many things. Energy, joy, just cheerfulness, that sort of thing. But specifically with Tangerine, I want to read to you the emotional benefit. Tangerine's strong qualities of joyfulness can lift the darkest of moods. It can assist those who feel cut off from the darkness of heart. Those who feel overburdened by responsibility would benefit from Tangerine's uplifting vibration. Tangerine invites individuals to make room for their creative side and asks that they reinsert fun, joy, and spontaneity into their lives. So Tangerine to me is just like a happy, creative, spontaneous oil. Like if you start feeling just kind of like life is getting the better of you and you've forgotten the joy that really can come from life, Tangerine is such a good one. And it also helps with those self-sabotaging behaviors. It can help just pull us out and realize, okay, this life is meant for fun, not just for fun, but we are supposed to have joy in this life, and Tangerine really helps with that. You guys, you really can change your lives, even though sometimes when we're moving forward and our minds are, trying to hold us back and not allow us to change, these tools will really help you get past that so that you can get what you want. So if you want to learn more about the oils that I use the very most, that I keep ordering over and over again, I have a free guide for you, and you can download that in the description below. If you like this, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. I post new videos every Tuesday, so I want to make sure you know when it's up. Oils truly change lives. I'm Katie, and I'm here to tell that story. Let's get you started. The links are below.